Hi guys, welcome back. Now, like I said in my yesterday's post, that I'll do a post up today about this 5-star rating, or this health star rating that New Zealand government has put up. Now I'm going to keep looking up because I've just got the computer screen just above the phone, and this is from the Ministry of Primary Industries, which is a health star rating for New Zealand food. I'll read straight off the website. Introduction. The health star rating system is about making it quicker and easier for New Zealand consumers to make a better informed healthy food choices. The health star rating system is a voluntary front of pack labelling system designed to help consumers make healthier food choices. The voluntary system will be implemented over the next 5 years from June 2014. So it's definitely already on packaging. What the stars represent. The Healthy Star Rating System uses a star rating scale of half a star to 5 stars. Foods with more stars have better nutritional value. The system also includes nutrient information icons for energy, kilojoules, saturated fat, sodium, salts, and sugars, and can include one beneficial nutrient such as calcium or fibre. Here are some examples. And so it shows some examples of the star rating, what the label will look like. And so the use of the health star rating system. The system is designed to be used on most packaged foods. It's not permitted to be used on alcohol, kava, or some foods which have set compositional requirements to meet a special purpose, such as formulated supplementary foods for young children, formulated supplementary sport foods, foods for special medical purpose, and infant formula. All good. Some foods and drinks, generally those that don't require a nutritional information panel, such as tea, coffee, or a single ingredient product like flour, are not expected to have the health star rating. The system is designed to help consumers choose between similar foods at the point of purchase, so it works best for choices between foods that might usually be seen as alternative choices, e.g. breakfast cereals, which you guys will know that I'm on a breakfast cereal diet, eating Weet-Bix for 12 months. Which is against obviously a sanitarium who make Weet-Bix. They don't condone this, but that's quite controversial, that comment, because it says the system is designed to help consumers choose between their foods at the point of purchase, so it works best for choices between foods that might usually be seen as an alternative choice. So just because Weet-Bix has got a 5-star rating, it's only a 5-star compared to the other cereals by the sounds of that. But if you didn't come onto the website and learn that, you wouldn't know that. Now, to me, before I came onto this website, I looked at it with an open mind as just a normal consumer, and you think, well, 5 stars, it's from half a star to 5-star. You can't get any more than 5 stars. So if something's carrying 5 stars, there's nothing that you can add to it to make it better. Or you shouldn't have to add anything to it to make it any better. Being a max, that's 100%. But it's just showing flaws in the health system, as our heart foundation tick that we used to have. Used to put their tick on like a margarine, which the body's not designed to absorb. So they think that they're trying to beat obesity, but really they're just throwing money away. But we won't get into that. So basically, now in an email that I received from Sanitarium that I can't really read for you word for word because it does say that it's confidential, is that they say that Weet-Bix is a nutritional breakfast, especially with fresh fruit and low-fat milk. You're flying a 5-star rating on your box. It's a nutritional breakfast, especially with additives, especially if you add something else to it. Maybe the government didn't test Weet-Bix as well as they should have, or have they just put a 5-star rating on it because it's one of the Kiwis' top breakfast cereals. So fresh fruit, so we're adding a lot of sugar. Don't be confused and think fresh fruit is good sugar, because sugar is sugar. So you're adding sugar and more fibre. Weet-Bix is already apparently high in fibre. And low-fat milk, which is far more processed than your normal milk. So really we're starting to step away from real whole foods, and we're starting to... these are nutritionists saying, use low-fat milk, which is absorbed a lot quicker through the body than your normal milk. Most of the normal milk's used as waste in your body. So, but we'll carry on. Research with the New Zealand consumers in 2013 showed that the Health Star rating system helps consumers identify healthier foods when faced with a choice. This was true for all consumers, including Māori and Pacific Islanders. Which is true, because you're going to buy a 5-star meal, but a 5-star product. But it's only within that brand range, no, not that brand range, but only in that food group. So Weet-Bix is only a 5-star. Reading this website, Weet-Bix is only a 5-star opposed to all the other breakfast cereals. So if I don't know if I should go into the supermarket and see what else they're putting stars on, but say bread, say you get a 3-star bread, well, that's only a 3-star bread opposed to the rest of the bread. So a 3-star bread's probably not as healthy as a 3-star cereal. Do you understand? Or like say a 4-star something that you'd eat for lunch is probably a lot more healthier than the 5-star Weet-Bix that I'm eating. So the star system's not, it doesn't have its place on our food. It's a complete waste of time, a complete waste of money. They didn't seriously think that through, because at the end of the day, how can you rate a food only within its own food groups and not actually, it's nowhere on the box. It doesn't say anything on the box that it's only a 5-star rating compared to other cereals. It's a 5-star rating. So across the board to the average consumer that doesn't come and do their research about the star rating, but just sees the star rating on food, they instantly start to think, right, a 5-star, I can't add anything to make that better, so I'll buy that. So are they tricking people into buy stuff? When there's a lesser brand that sort of make like a Weet-Bix, but it's called Wheat Biscuits, and they've only got a 4-star, I think. But with a 4-star, if I add something to it, it would come up to a 5-star. But Weet-Bix is already carrying the 5-star, so yeah, it's a catch-22. There's a lot of information. It's on www.foodsafety.govt.nz. So this is a government organisation, a government-led scheme, a government-paid scheme, obviously. I think the government's just trying to find some pockets to throw some money in, quite seriously, because I think they've done away from the Heart Foundation tick, because they probably ended up killing too many people. Like my kids were going to school and they were getting educated. You can't have fat on your meat. Oh, what rubbish. Telling you had to have real low fat milk. So what rubbish. Get with the times. These are the people that are meant to be looking after our people, that are meant to be looking out for the best interests of the people that are in the supermarkets buying the food. They're trying to label it and trying to influence you into a healthier lifestyle, when in actual fact they're just influencing you to spend more time at the doctors. They got asked by some nutritionist years ago, why don't you put a Heart Foundation tick on a bit of red meat with just a bit of a fat around the side, like a good rump. And they said, we don't want to confuse our consumers. Yes, red meat with a bit of fat on it is good, but if we start labelling that, well, then it puts confusion into people. So maybe this system's trying to do away with that, which I've already found a flaw in it already. One, thinking that I'm eating a 5-star meal would be the most healthiest meal that I could eat, but now it's only a 5-star against other breakfast cereals, so it's not worthy of flying a 5-star. So that's probably why sanitarium's against me doing this diet, and And like I've heard people say, you know, there's more nutrition in cardboard than wheat bix. So maybe that's true. Maybe I'm just filling myself up with cardboard, but we'll find out. And people have said birds die if you feed them just wheat bix. I've had people say that they fed their chickens wheat bix only and their chickens died. So how much truth is behind that, I guess we'll find out. But at the moment I'm doing alright. This isn't my day 6 upload, but this is day 6 on my wheat bix only diet. For those of you that haven't seen my other videos, I've replaced all meals, breakfast, lunch and tea, and all snacks in between, and that's wheat bix crushed up with milk and sugar. I haven't stopped changing my drinks or anything, but that's it. That's my food replacer. Obviously against sanitarium's wishes, but my goal is 365 days, and maybe cardboard has got more nutrition. We'll find out. Day 6 I'm feeling alright. The only thing is when I get hungry I get cravings, so just a matter of keeping that hunger at bay. But that's my take on this 5-star rating. If anyone's got any other ideas or anyone got any more information to add to that, this is just the first page. I can go into how the health star rating system works, tools and resources to implement the system and the governance of it. I'll just quickly go into how the health star rating works, because that's probably quite important to talk about now. The health star rating system allocates stars to food based on their nutrition content. The more stars, the healthier the food. But then it doesn't say that it's only against the other meal group, so we'll leave that one there. The nutrient profile system used in the health star rating, HSR system, is underpinned by robust science and is aligned with Australia and New Zealand dietary guidelines. Under the system, packaged foods are given their star rating based on their nutritional profile and food category. The more stars, the healthier the food. It doesn't say anything about the food category on the boxes. The calculation is based on energy, kilojoules, risk nutrients, so that's the saturated fat, sodium and total sugars, beneficial components, dietary fibre, protein, and the proportion of fruits, vegetables, nuts and legumes. So it's not even based on minerals. No. It's not based on vitamins. So looking at that, a pie would be high in energy. Depends on the pastry. It's probably medium risk of the saturated fat. It'll be high in sodium, and so probably get half a star actually on this. Foods that are low in risk nutrients and higher in beneficial components will have more stars. It may be possible to achieve a higher star rating on your product by reformulating the risk nutrients and beneficial components. So really the star's just saying that the good outweighs the bad. Not saying that it's not bad for you, just saying that there's more good in it. So like an apple that's got sugar in it, it's higher in fibre than its sugar content, so it makes an apple healthy. Independent rating system. The HSR system, which back here is the health star rating, is an independent rating backed by the New Zealand government and developed in collaboration with public health experts, industry and consumer representatives. Yeah, like I put my trust in them. The system takes into account 4 aspects of food associated with increased risk factors of chronic disease: energy, saturated fat, sodium and total sugars. Certain beneficial aspects of a food, such as fruit and vegetable content, in some instances dietary fibre and protein content. So maybe wheat bix got these on the dietary fibre. Taking these components into account, points are allocated based on the nutritional composition of 100 grams or 100 mils following the units used in the Nutritional Information Panel. NIP, Nutrition Information Panel. I don't know if everywhere else in the world has one, but we have one on all our foods. The health star rating is based on both the calculation and food product category to ensure food achieve Foods achieve appropriate star ratings consistent with the dietary guidelines. In keeping with the dietary guidelines, alcohol is not allowed to be labelled with a health star rating, and plain bottled water receives 5 stars. Wow, I haven't actually had a look at water, but water's got nothing in it. Absolutely nothing. Plain bottle. Wow, that actually just stumped me, really. Okay, mind you, that's because it's with its food group. Now we've got to keep remembering that these star ratings are on the food group. So I guess water is the healthiest option out of everything because there's no sugar. There's if you get a good artesian well one, well, we've got some minerals in there, But it'll be interesting. I might, next time I go to the supermarket, I might have a look at how much water carries a 5-star, because there might be cheap water that obviously someone just pours out of the old tap and got chlorine in it. So, and that might get a 5-star. So we don't know. I'll have a look. Do my research. Anomalies. The Trans-Tasman Health Star Rating Advisory Committee. Oh my goodness. They got some people in some high places. In brackets, HSRAC, which is the Health Star Rating Advisory Committee, is responsible for the assessment of potential anomalies that may have identified with the Health Star Rating Calculator. The Australia and New Zealand Ministerial Forum on Food Regulation has agreed to a process for the HSRAC, Health Star Rating Advisory Committee, to assess potential anomalies. Now it goes into, it's got to be on the front of your packet and blah blah blah, and then dispute resolution. So that's a 5-star in New Zealand. That's a star rating in New Zealand. It's like, let's kill our people. Don't worry about obesity, because they'll be all in the ground. Nowhere does it clearly say that it's only a star rating on the food group. So as an average consumer, you see something with 3 to 5 stars, you're just going to buy it. Surely you're not going to be like me and eat a breakfast cereal every day, all day. But there's times that something that's meant for lunch you might have for dinner. And your 4-star thing that's for lunch, opposed to a 3-star item that you'd probably have for dinner, the 3-star item for dinner is probably far more nutritional for you than the 4-star thing that you're going to have for lunch. So, but you don't know that. So that's my take on the star rating, and that's why I think that it's all up the river. And but I'm going to continue on this diet for as long as my body copes. I can't. The body's amazing. It can recover from a lot of things really fast. So I can, if I feel something happening, well, we'll correct it. But at this moment, we'll just replace whole food with wheat bix. So please like and subscribe if you want to follow this diet and follow how things are going. Later on, I will post up another one of my day 6 and how today went, because there's a little bit of a big difference between day 5 and day 6. And yeah, so please like, subscribe, follow. I also have on my channel cooking, so I will also cook some meals, so you might want to have a look at those. Some easy meals, some really good meals, some really cheap family meals. So yeah, please do. And until next time, catch you later.